very polarizing movie, if I recall correctly.
I could understand absolutely why this would be, and I did hold off on it for a long time because
Two
a lot
years,
of
in
people,
fact.
yeah, a lot of people were like, oh, it's not good or whatever, and I was like, whatever, but I'm glad we got around to it because I have been curious about it the whole time anyway, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So,
yeah.
welcome to the Real Horror Show podcast. Sorry, I feel very uncomfortable because I'm in my work office and I don't know how, if you can hear through the doors. I said I'm going on a Zoom meeting, so that should count.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It should count.
Um, Welcome to the Real Horror Show, a horror movie review podcast where we review horror movies from Netflix, Hulu, Shudder, and everything in between. I am your host, Sam Odie.
And I'm your co-host, Stormy Skies.
This week we're discussing Longlegs, a 2024 horror movie starring Nicolas Cage and Maika Monroe, directed by Oz Perkins. And this is
Oz.
and this is how we like to break it down. We start with characters and acting, followed by story and writing, and then we wrap things up with some fun production notes. And then we like to discuss the real horrors this movie addresses. Sometimes they're serious, and sometimes we like to have a little bit of goofy fun. That being said, we are a horror movie podcast. So here is a general trigger warning. We talk about death, blood, guts, and other unsavory topics that might not be suitable for everyone, although we try to do so sensitively. Listeners' discretion is advised. Movies are then rated on a scale of what the F did I just watch? Can you tell I'm at work?
Yes,
What
I
the
like
F did
it.
what the F did I just watch?
Let's do
Which
no
means
swears. I love this. Okay, we're doing it. Just-
this is our first family-friendly episode.
yes, for long legs. It's so good.
Longlegs on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Busted my mic with that
What
one.
what the heck did I just watch? Which means
What
there are
the
no
heck?
redeeming qualities to be found. Meh, it's okay. And oh yeah, that hecked me up. Which is what all horror should try to be. So let's get started.
Speaking of heck,
Yeah, so
this
I
is about heck.
my opinions on this movie are still mixed.
Oh yeah. Okay. I agree. I probably agree with you, and I bet you and I have the same opinions about
So
that.
I love everything about this movie, but I was a little disappointed to find out it was all Satan and demon possession.
Yes, me too. I would like to say that I loved everything, but at the end it did leave a lot to be desired because it was almost like it was just the Satan stuff, but
Hmm.
also like we didn't get enough of like an explanation of like what the heck was this whole scenario. You know what I mean? Like why was this happening? Maybe there was no reason, but like it was a little bit too quick of an ending for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's so this movie comes in at like a nice hour 40 minutes and
Yeah.
there's I love the vibes of it, and I feel like the buildup is so great. It's
Oh,
so
I love it.
unnerving, so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then we get to the end of the movie, and I feel like it all just happens very fast with the
Yes.
reveal. And then
Yes.
when we get to the conclusion, like the second
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage smashes his own nose off his
Oh,
face,
yes.
um,
I was like, wow, what the heck?
we things move things move very fast then. And I mean, I don't know how else you would describe the mystery other than what it was. So I guess if we
Yeah.
just had like an extra maybe 10 minutes to flesh that out
Yeah.
a little better.
Yeah, like
And
why did Longlegs get that special Satan power and the metal orb? We'll get into all this, but like those unanswered things,
right.
couple things.
And I mean, I know in interviews, Nicolas Cage has talked about his approach to the character of Longlegs and how
Yeah.
he wanted Longlegs, like his backstory for Longlegs. And I don't know for sure if this is the canonical backstory for Longlegs,
Yeah.
is that he used to be in a rock and roll band, like a heavy metal band, and then
Yes.
his face looks the way it does because there was a pyrotechnic accident.
Oh, you know what? I can't wait to talk about his character, which I actually everything about it I loved because I know he
Mhm.
chose it. And I actually guessed that it was some type of like a facial reconstructive
Yeah.
surgery situation for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that's very
So
cool.
before we actually get into characters, I just want to say it shouldn't come as a surprise that the vibes and overall storytelling of this horror movie are immaculate because Oz Perkins is the son of Anthony Perkins.
Oz.
So,
Yes.
well,
I love,
Osgood Perkins, but I
but I
think
love
Oz,
Oz. Yeah.
yeah,
I like
I
that.
think I think Oz is what he goes by as a director.
Oh,
Osgood is
that's
what he
cool.
goes by as an actor. Because
Oh, has he
you may,
acted?
yes,
Yeah.
he was the tall guy in Legally Blonde.
Girl, I have not seen Legally Blonde.
Girl, what is wrong with you?
I can't believe he was in Legally Blonde. That's so silly.
It
Oh,
is so
he's
silly.
cute.
He's
Oh
adorable.
my gosh, he looks like his father.
He looks a lot like his dad, completely tore into Ryan Murphy's, what was it again? The Ed Gein series, because
Oh,
they
yes.
did a whole episode on Psycho, which featured his father, and he's like, "Ugh, bleh, I don't like that." It was more eloquent than that, but he's like, you're showing like this very difficult part of my father's life, which was his sexuality, and it's not really
Yeah.
it's not entertainment. That was what he lived through and dealt with every day.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I just want to throw that out there that Oz Perkins is horror legacy, horror royalty, if you
Yes.
will.
Yes, he is horror royalty.
I'm
Absolutely.
maybe I should record in my office more often. I feel much more poised and eloquent right
Right.
now.
I know. And you're making me feel that because I'm matching your vibe. And I'm like, oh, this is like scholarly. As it should be. It usually is. We just use bad words, but what the
We
heck?
just do. We try to
We
be
just,
scholarly about it.
we do.
Um,
We're being like rock and rollers, like long legs, you know?
I'm just trying to be a good example over here.
Right.
So anyway,
Absolutely.
characters and acting. I
Yes.
love Maika Monroe.
Her voice is just the cutest thing I've ever
It
heard.
is, she's fantastic. I really like how
Yeah.
she doesn't have iPhone face, like she doesn't have crazy lip
No.
fillers or injections. So
Yes.
I recently watched her in Reminders of Him. Yes,
Oh.
Reminders of You, Reminders of Him. A Colleen Hoover movie.
Ah, definitely
And
reminders of him. It's got to be him. I see it. It is
yeah,
him. It's like this year.
yeah. I
Yeah.
really, I mean, I didn't read the book. I only saw it because I love Maika Monroe. And like Micah just has the face and the personality and the voice that you throw a pair of hoop earrings on her, put her in a halter top, and I fully believe that that is a Dollar Tree employee.
Yes, for real. Yeah. But yeah, she's timeless, is
She
what we're
is,
saying. Yes.
yes. And then you put her in a smart pantsuit, and I believe she's an FBI
Yes.
agent or a recently
Yes.
trained FBI agent.
Oh my gosh, I know. And okay, so she's only 33 years old. So this is her 33rd year. So she was born in 1993.
Hmm. Okay,
And
she was the one in It Follows.
yes, she was the one that falls with blonde hair. In this movie, she's brown hair. So it could be hard to track. But I
Hmm.
do want to say that my favorite thing about her character was that I don't know if this was like the Satan orb in her doll, but like she was so like socially awkward and she like never
Yes.
smiled. I like how she was in the bedroom with that little girl and I was like,
Hmm.
but
Which
I'm
is
like,
a
kids just like
completely,
weird people. Like,
I know, which is such an awkward situation
so
anyway. Your boss's kid invites you to see their room,
oh my God, I
and
loved it.
then
I was like, oh my God, I love how she's being. It was
mhm,
just my favorite. I loved her every minute, everything she did. She's
yeah,
fantastic. Yeah.
she's fantastic. And I mean, I list Blair Underwood. I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff outside of Sex and the City, but he's handsome as
He's
always.
yes, he's very yes, but like
Has
Sex and the City,
not
that's so funny. I've never watched that myself
he was
either. So bad.
he was
Yeah.
he he was Miranda's final love interest before she finally settled for Steve.
Wow.
And
Well,
he was an all-around catch, just like I'm sure he was in this movie before the ending happened.
yes, definitely a catch. His wife was so beautiful and cute and
daughter
his daughter,
adorable.
his adorable daughter. Yeah, she was so cute and sweet, and she was so friendly. She didn't care if like Maika Monroe was such a weirdo. Oh
Uh,
man.
so let's get to the meat
Yes.
of the characters and acting. Nicolas Cage in this movie, you can always count on him to fully commit to any character he is playing. In fact, I've
Yes.
heard that
Yeah.
when when he does a movie, he'll approach it from one way and the director will say, actually, could you do it more like, he's like, oh,
Yeah.
so you want the full Cage? Okay, I've got it.
That's amazing. I loved his character of Longlegs. I like that we didn't see much of it.
Hmm.
And then I think one of my favorite parts about his character, and I think this comes through with like the facial reconstruction thing, is that he was like a mouth breather guy,
Yes.
which like is a baseline, really weird, creepy thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like always like can't breathe through your nose, always nasally,
Hmm.
sound like you have cold, open
Yes.
mouth breathing. And I was like,
Which,
whoa, that's weird.
much love and respect to any mouth breathing listeners
I
we have.
was like,
Um,
dang. It was
I
like,
cannot stand you guys.
I know. If I saw you, I'd be like, you were Satan's minion. Straight from heck,
Um,
you are from.
but he's phenomenal. I
Yeah.
People forget that Nicolas Cage is a huge cinephile, a huge movie buff. He is a Kapala, as in
Yeah.
um
Yeah, he is.
Godfather. He just changed his name to Cage so he could make it on his own and not use
Yeah. Right.
the family name.
His name is
But
very cool. Yeah.
the only movie he's credited as under his actual name is Fast Times at Ridgemont High, his
Oh,
first movie. But he is an Oscar-winning actor, so
yes, he
why
sure
people are
is.
shocked when he's good in something,
I
I don't
know. Like,
know.
come on. Have you seen National Treasure? I mean, please, people.
Oddly enough, that is not the movie he won the Oscar for, but valid point.
He should have, honestly, he should have two Oscars.
Yeah, because there were two national treasures, and he is a national treasure, so give him an Oscar.
Yes. Simply
Give him
makes
an Oscar
sense.
for that.
Honestly, that film defined a generation. Okay, let's
Yes.
be real. Um, but
Should we steal the
yeah.
Declaration of Independence?
Oh, let's make a movie about it. And Nick Cage needs
Ooh,
to like be he's like the like poster boy for like stealing history stuff.
yes.
So literally it's because of him that we like know about the Declaration of Independence, I feel like. So
Yeah, I mean, I would have never heard of it.
real. We're just like known like little historical facts that are like in the
Mhm.
movie. But anyway, I did want to make one mention of another character, which was Kiernan Shipka's character that was in one
Yes.
scene, the Carrie Ann camera.
I didn't know she was going to be in this movie when I had first seen it, so that was a nice
Yeah,
surprise.
it was cool. I saw her little face and I was like, hey, I think that's the girl that played Sabrina. But like she was so creepy
Hmm.
and like so good. And I was like, you're so good, girl. Like, yeah. She's like, I just want to do this one thing and be like a creepy girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, girl.
And that's
So
one thing overall I really like about the performances in this movie is it set in the Midwest? Everything feels very Midwest and
it
awkward.
must be. They're on a farm. I'm just
That's
gonna
true.
assume.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's
assume
very
Midwest
Midwest.
just based on how they talk because
And
it's
it's the 90s,
very
yeah.
it's very dialect heavy, but it's not like Southern dialect.
Yeah.
Never not once or
Yeah,
uh
absolutely.
there there's a certain way that they speak that feels very lived in, and
Yeah.
even with how socially awkward Micah Monroe's character is. I mean,
Yes.
even her mom is socially awkward. Like that
Oh,
whole
yes. Oh
thing
my
is very
gosh.
uncomfortable, and it's not just that's how
Oh,
they always were together when we get the flashbacks to her
yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. Everything is very, very strange. The only person that seems normal is agent that her like boss guy, Blair
Yes,
Underwood.
but he's probably a transfer from Washington, D.C.
For real. Yeah, that's how it appears. And also I wanted to say like regarding back to Nick Cage's character, like he wasn't in it much, but like
Hmm.
he did have his I feel like this was had like really good monologues from the characters that were like in it for the least amount of time. And like Nick Cage's character when he was giving his monologue when he was like captured by the police before he killed himself. Oh God, that was so scary. I loved it
So
because
scary.
it was disgusting. It like disgusted me, and I was like, wow, yes.
And rewatching this movie for this
Mhm.
episode, I stand by how much I really, really
Yeah.
love the opening scene and his reveal. That is
Yeah.
honestly probably one of the scariest
It is
movie moments
scary.
in the past 5 years.
It is, and also I love that like that is where what the name is because like you're
Yeah.
just like why is this called Longlegs? That's like what does that have to do with anything, you know? But
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Such a great jump
Mhm.
scare, and that segues
Yes.
us perfectly to talk about the story and writing, which we kind of talked about the way these characters are written. The dialogue is very lived in. It feels very natural, even with how awkward it is.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Very antisocial almost. Not antisocial, but like it's almost like yeah, it's just very strange how everybody's acting.
Right, like, yeah, you nailed it. So the story follows Maika Monroe's character, who is a newly graduated FBI agent, and they are on the case, tracking down a serial killer known as Longlegs. That's how he signs off on all of his letters, which are cryptic Zodiac killer like uh, um, messages. Trying to rethink like secret code. And on her first
Mhm.
outing, she's able to just kind of sense what house all of this is happening in. And her partner's like, oh, fine, we'll go with a hunch, but that's stupid. And he knocks on the door and
Typical
immediately
guy.
he gets shot in the face. Typical
Oh,
guy.
that typical guy. Say, well, I'm glad he opened the door because he deserved it. But that was
Yeah.
a wild moment. I was like,
Yeah. This movie really starts off with a bang.
yes.
Ha
It was
ha.
very cool how it just, but it was just we didn't see anything other than his head getting shot, which was like cool. And like will
Yeah.
after this we'll go off a little bit about how like everything looked great.
Hmm.
Every scene, it just meticulously created to be scary. Anyway, please continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh.
Um, so then Micah Monroe tracks down the father who just killed his family.
Oh,
And once she finds him, it's kind of an immediate jump cut to her going through an FBI test where they just flash images and says what pops in her head.
yeah.
First word that pops in her head, and then she has to start guessing a number between 0 and 100, all inclusive.
What the hell is all that about?
Uh, they don't directly state it, but it's implied that I think they're testing to see if she has like psychic abilities, I think, because they bring
Totally.
up
They
again,
do. Yeah.
she had this hunch. That's what Blair Underwood tells her. Heck of a
Yeah.
hunch. Are you sure you're not a little psychic? And
Yeah.
she's like, no, I'm not psychic. And we find out, later she isn't psychic.
Yes.
She has some weird connection because of the ball to Longlegs.
Satan.
she can
Yes.
feel him
Totally.
nearby.
Yes.
And we already talked about her going out for drinks with her boss. She doesn't drink. She's not social. She's very awkward.
I love her. She's my icon because she's like, I don't drink. And I'm like, yeah, girl.
And she meets his daughter. We find out his daughter's birthday is coming up, and that is going to be important.
Birthdays are very important.
Birthdays are very important in this story. She goes home. She lives in a cabin. I'm going to say, yeah, it has to be the Midwest, or like
Yeah. I'd
like
say so.
Minnesota or
Yeah.
Wisconsin or maybe
It's like
northern Michigan
snowing.
because of the
Yeah.
snow. And she lives in like a cabiny looking house. That's very
Yes.
northern Midwest.
Totally. Yeah, it has like her house is pretty cool. Yeah, but it does look
Yeah.
like a cabin. Yeah.
So she calls her mother, and it's very uncomfortable, very awkward.
It is.
Much like any conversation with a mother.
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, I guess some people have good relationships with their mothers.
Yeah.
Mine's dead, so I don't.
Yep.
Worked that in. Uh,
Yeah, I love it.
she has to hang up on her mom
Yeah.
because
Because
there's the
yes,
Longlegs is lurking around her house dropping off a birthday card,
totally.
and
Yes.
she's able to translate it, and she does this again in front of Blair Underwood, and he's like, how did you do that? And she's like, I just looked at it long enough.
I love it.
Cipher, that's the word I was
The
looking for.
cipher.
Cipher, the cipher.
And then
So she
yeah. Good.
uh the next thing she figures out is their birthdays all line up in a particular pattern that creates an inverted triangle. And there are two birthdays missing, hers, and I think what we later find out is Blair Underwood's daughter's
Uh-huh.
birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so they find out that there's a survivor of one of these attacks. They go talk to her, find out Longlegs had just been visiting her not that long ago, and
Mhm.
Kieran Shipka's creepy as heck.
She is. And she's like, I'll kill you. Ha ha ha. Because he
Yeah.
told me to. And I was like, okay, girl.
She asks, "Do you remember having a doll that looked just like you?" Oh yeah, because they found the
Yeah.
doll in the farmhouse. They visit the farmhouse first where
Yes.
these
Yeah.
murders happen, and that's where they find the doll and where they find the black sphere inside the doll's head. And
Yes.
the doll is an exact replica of Kiernan Shipka's character.
Yeah.
And Maika Monroe's like, "Do you remember having this doll? Do you remember getting this doll and how you got it?" And then she says, Kiernan Shipka says, "No more than you remember."
Oh, shit.
Mhm. So
Zinger.
uh, we find out that Maika Monroe's character's birthday fits into the gaps of the missing birthdays. And Blair Underwood's like, "You should go visit your mom and see what you can remember."
And she's like, okay, that.
She's like, "Okay," and it's very uncomfortable. Her mom keeps getting on her about saying her prayers because the
Yeah. She's
prayers
like, they
protect
protect you
you.
from heck.
They protect you from heck.
They protect you from heck. They do.
And Mike Monroe says, "I've never said my prayers, not once, never.
Oh, shit.
They scared me." Her mom is a hoarder, taking a lot of pills. Michael Monroe's not allowed in the basement. We also
Oh,
see
yeah.
we also meet Longlegs between this section, and he's just driving around like a normal guy, creeping out his neighbors.
Yeah, and just going to the store and being like a fucking creep. Oh, an effing creep, my bad.
This is our family-friendly
I'm
episode.
sorry, you'll have to bleep it out. He's being so weird.
He's being so weird.
Like, what is he? Do you remember what he buys at like the store?
I cannot remember,
Me neither. It was like a
but
normal item, but like he was being weird about it.
he was being weird. And this is just how he is because the girl recognizes him and tells her dad the weird guy's back.
Yeah, it's back annoying me, please.
Um, More mystery
Yeah.
unfolding happens. Mike and Monroe figures out that her mom is the one who delivers the dolls for Longlegs because they made some deal because they were supposed to die. They were supposed to die. Like there was a time where he was doing all of this and they were supposed to die. He targeted them as victims
Yeah.
and she made a deal with him that she would help him. And so she delivers the doll to Blair Underwood's family, and that's when all heck breaks loose, and
Yes.
Micah Monroe has to kill him, take the doll away.
Yep. That was a
That's
very creepy thing because they were
yeah,
like in control. They were not in control, but they like were aware.
yes.
That was crazy.
She kills her mom.
Yeah, because
Um,
she was possessed by heck.
she was, and
So,
that's about all I remember plot wise. I like the story a lot. I just wish
yeah.
there was a little more.
Yes, I completely agree. It was too much to have it rushed at the end
Hmm.
to have the explanation, and the explanation w was just not enough for me with the dolls
Yeah,
and the orb and like how Longlegs acquired his power
right. And
and his background. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard rumors, Longlegs prequel specifically about Longlegs and how he became what he was, but that always seems to happen whenever there's these very open-ended horror
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
that people want more answers to.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not expecting anything from that. I just like I don't know how you would do the story if it isn't some sort of demonic possession.
Yeah.
With the mystery, it's established where, forensic evidence shows that he's never been in the houses. He's not the one pulling the trigger.
Hmm.
So I don't
Yeah.
know how you would do that.
Right. And I almost don't want that to happen anyway. I'm
Yeah,
just saying that like I wish there was a little bit more in the movie, but I don't want a whole extra movie to explain it.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah.
No. 'Cause that would be too much. And I'm like, oh, okay. It would take from the Longlegs
Hmm.
movie.
It
Yeah.
would. And I like the mystery. I just wish, I don't know. There seem for me there's a hole missing that would make me hyped that
Yeah.
this turned out to be a demonic possession movie, and I don't know how to fill that hole.
Right. Yeah. I know, right? I hear you.
But no, overall it's really good.
Oh yeah, it is.
Maybe I'll is it streaming anywhere? We could watch Oz Perkins' second movie, The Monkey,
Oh yeah. So
just so we can. Oh, it's on Tubi. How is it already on Tubi?
oh yeah,
Oh, it's on Hulu too. Good.
the
Um,
monkey. It's like a toy monkey.
yeah, it's based
Okay.
on a Joe King short story.
Yes, yes, it is. Okay. Yes. All right. Um,
Just to see
yeah, this would be
how he tells
cool.
stories.
Yeah, I would like that. It is on Tubi. Do I have Tubi? I must. I have something. Do you
But
want to do this
anyway,
next? Yeah.
yeah, let's do this next
Okay,
after.
yeah, that sounds good.
Sorry, I just got on my mind like because this is his first movie,
No,
like his first
yeah.
feature film. So let's watch his second feature film to see
Oh
if he
yeah.
becomes a better storyteller. Because
No,
this is
that's
also an
yeah.
original story that he wrote.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So,
Excellent.
anyways, sorry,
No, it's
brain.
fine. Yeah.
Um, so you
Oh,
enjoyed the story? You liked the movie?
I did, and I want to say that the my favorite part of the movie was whenever as I was watching it, I would literally exclaim like, "Wow, that looks so good. Wow, that looks so good. The shots are so good. Everything is scary, everything is perfect looking." I don't know if you would call that just like the cinematography in general,
Hmm.
but just how
This movie is
everything
stunning.
is yeah, how everything is set up with like how oh gosh, I wish I had like more terminology to use because I don't know if it's mise en scene or not that I'm trying to
Hmm.
say, but how
Yeah, Miss Unson.
right, how everyone is set up in the shot
Hmm.
and like how the balance of like the light or like everything's centered all the time, which is kind of creepy, you know what I mean? Like all that
Yeah.
kind of thing. There was also a shot that only happened once. I don't know if you remember this. It was very
Hmm.
subtle and they didn't do it again. And it was whenever the two cops were in the car with Lee and she was in the back and they were sitting in front of the house where the dude shot the other dude and
Uh-huh.
the shot was from the back seat through the front windshield at the White House and it I don't and this type of a shot has a name. It's whenever the camera is zooming in at the same time the camera is physically backing away. Um and it was happening slowly only this one time, but it went on for like 15 seconds while they talked over it. And I was like, whoa, this is freaking me out. I'm gonna have to look up like what the heck that's
Yeah.
called, but that it was
Yeah.
made famous by like I don't know what type of movies it's in, but it's like a horror thing. It's
Hmm.
supposed to like freak you out. But I was like,
Since
dang, nice.
since we're drifting into production, did
Yeah.
this movie remind you of The Shining at all?
Yes, I think maybe that type of a
Yeah.
shot may be in The Shining
Yeah.
actually, and a lot of it
Because
reminded me of The Shining. Yeah.
this second watch through, I picked up on things with the score, the
Hmm.
do
Hmm.
do do. There's a lot of the do do's that
Oh
are very
yeah.
reminiscent of The
Yes.
Shining, specifically Stanley Kubrick Shining, not Stephen King's miniseries The Shining.
We don't talk about that. But so there was another movie that oh, you know what? There was like a tiny moment, and this may have been like not it's probably meant to be, but it's probably not meant to be. This reminded me a little bit of the Silence of the Lambs. I know you
Mm.
haven't seen it, Sam, but there's one time
Can we go
when
one episode without mentioning I haven't seen Silence of the
I
Lambs?
know I'm like, well, you haven't seen it, but let me tell you that there's one I think it's whenever when does this happen? The her boss is like jogging and he has like a gray jumpsuit on and he's like sweating and she like goes to meet him at like his house or some other house and they like go off
Mhm.
to do business. But like that the outside shot of someone working out in a full gray jumpsuit who's an FBI agent is like 100% Clarice Starling,
Mhm.
which is how Silence Slams opens, and a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
other
I
movies
I
do
know that
that
part.
too. You know that part? So like that
Yeah.
happened too, and I was like, this is looking like Silence of the Lambs, but it was just that one time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, it could be a little bit reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs since it's this female FBI agent who's mostly in the movie, and then the bad guy who's kind
Mhm.
of helping her along solve these cases in her mind, and then he's only on screen for what, a handful of minutes. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Same thing
Yeah.
that happens in Silence with the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I'll yeah. So thank you for
So
bringing up the other
yeah.
similarities. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
onward to more production notes that I
Okay.
wanted to touch on.
Yeah.
Um, so I think part of the reason why this movie ended up having such a divisive reaction to it was the marketing was absolutely impeccable. Perkins gave Neon the thumbs up to just kind of go nuts with everything. So they used a lot of guerrilla marketing tactics like the Blair Witch Project to build speculation through clips, images, and coded messages. So some of the first billboards and posters we saw for this movie were just a phone number with no movie title, and you would call the phone number, and it would be Nicolas Cage's character
Oh my goodness.
answering the phone call. So the marketing for this movie was impeccable, and in some ways, I feel like it was scarier than the movie itself because
Yeah, and sometimes I get mad when that happens
yeah.
sometimes. I'm like, come on, guys, you make me all amped up.
So like they
Yeah.
they provided the ciphers. There was like a website uh
Mhm.
that was like a true crime website about the Longleg killings with
Ooh,
crime scene photos from the movie.
yeah.
So just like good old fashioned stuff to really spook you.
Yeah. I also want to make mention of just the posters for this movie are also really scary, and I really like them because they're
Hmm.
so vivid because of all the red and then
Yes.
like the black eyes and the black text. Yeah, so I think those are
Yes.
really cool looking too.
I love all the promo material for
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
overall I do love the movie. I get
Yes,
why the reaction is so mixed because when
I
you go
agree.
in expecting one thing and then it goes into like demon possession and evil dolls, you're
Yeah.
like, if that's not your
Right.
thing.
Yes. They made it very, very frightening though.
Yes.
And they made it so that like the people that were frightened of it, like that's what they if they pictured like a Satan guy, like that would be him. Um, I did want to say that I looked up that like camera thing. It's called a
Mhm.
dolly zoom.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, I forgot.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's called the vertigo effect, and it was used in the Hitchcock. It's called the Hitchcock zoom,
Yes.
and it's
Okay.
used in
Yeah.
vertigo. Okay, but
It's all
anyway,
coming back to me
it's
now.
all coming back. Okay. I did want to say one thing since I mentioned Satan and Satanism. I how did you feel about like Satan actually like being a character, sort of? Like the guy all in black?
It's all right. Like,
Okay, I was like, he doesn't have to be here. I know that he's like influencing stuff, so we don't have to put him in there. It reminded me of Insidious with like the guy with the red face, the
mhm.
scary demon guy. And I was like, okay, well, like he's just like kind of chilling. Okay, there he is. So I don't know how I felt about that too.
Yeah.
But
Kind
yeah,
of
I
like,
get it. I get
the
it.
goat in Witch
Yes,
or
yes.
VV Itch.
I liked that at the end though, but like this was different. It was like, hey, in case you didn't know that like this man is a Satanist, they said Hail Satan a bunch. Satan is influencing everything. Like here he
Yeah.
is. We're gonna actually plop him over here, and this is his outfit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh
So,
man.
realistic aspects, I suppose.
Oh goodness.
Your first day on the job and your coworker gets shot in the face, that's pretty scary.
Having good intuition though on the job and like it not being acknowledged by like your
Mhm.
counterpart, that is a real horror show.
Okay, but it
Be
could
real.
also be a horror show if they realize you're good at your job.
That
And
too, girl.
because, like, the second they found out she's good at her job, she's tasked with solving the whole thing.
Yes, but also like, oh, well, you have to be psychic because you're not actually good, right? Like, so
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
she was being held by Satan, but you know what I mean, girl? Like, so,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Aging Parents, that's a horror show.
Yes, yes, and like, yeah, and trying to like keep up with their business. That's and
Hmm.
not knowing what they get themselves up to, and then finding out that it's bad stuff, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Ah, please don't do that." It's like whenever they like do bad stuff and like buy stuff on Facebook when they shouldn't, and like, answer a spam email and like get their identity stolen, that whole shebang. It's kind of like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
I would say like a creep man in the area. That's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. When you're working
Going in your yard?
your
Yes.
minimum wage job, and he
Just
just
trying,
walks in.
yeah, you're just literally trying to work and not bother anybody, and he's just there, and he's there more than once. We don't like
Yeah.
that.
We don't like that.
No. Um, I guess simply a doll maker is kind of
Yeah,
not
they're
to
kind
be
of weird
desired.
sometimes,
Yeah, yeah.
especially if he's making hyper realistic dolls.
Girl of girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was not a single
That's
boy.
that's kind of a red flag,
Yeah.
I must say.
Oh, I've got to point that one out. What else can be? I guess just being in a weird ass town with like some weird ass people and like everybody's strange.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think that's it. Everything else was pretty major. Like
Yeah.
having like someone who's possessed by Satan being able to have that power and hold that over you just by delivering to you a
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, and you have all that power and you just put it into doll making. That's pretty weird.
it is weird. And it's like, I just want to do this. And then like I'll just have them like kill their family. I won't be around for it though. Like, and I
Hmm.
don't know. And I have this cipher. I don't know why. It's like, and like as we discuss this, unfortunately, it unravels like the why about
Right.
all of it. So it's
Right.
honestly better to just be like, there is no why. It's just happening.
Yeah,
So
just
you
for
should be terrified
funsies.
about it. Right. Just for funsies.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
think
think that's
I think
everything.
that's all I have. I
Yes,
don't mean to
ma'am.
rush, but
No,
the
no,
students will be
not at all.
returning soon. I
They
do
will
have the
be.
status on my door set to do not disturb, but
That's
they can't
fine.
read, so that won't stop them.
Well, what would you like to grade this movie as,
I'm gonna
Sam?
say, yeah, it hecked me up because
Oh,
there's love more about this movie than I dislike. Like my own
me
personal,
too.
like, I won't say I dislike possession in
Yeah,
horror movies. They're not my favorite. I
it was a
prefer
different
slashers.
type. Yeah, this is a different type of possession that I
It
could get
was.
behind.
It
Yeah.
was. I think the positives outweigh the negatives for me, like the cinematography, Maika
Yes.
Monroe, Nicolas Cage,
Oh yeah, all that really
every
just
everything came together beautifully. So,
it did, and I agree. And I am gonna agree and say, oh yeah, that hecked me up. And the reason why is because the day after I watched it, I like thought about it the day after.
mhm.
And I don't usually do that with movies, but I was like, dang, I'm still thinking about this. It was really good.
Yeah.
All
Speaking of
right.
movies that
Yeah.
hecked me up,
Yes.
the new Evil Dead movie, Evil Dead Burn, is coming to theaters
Yeah.
very soon. And I know I
Okay.
want to see it, but Evil Dead
Yes.
Rise did mess me up for like a couple of hours after I
Really?
watched it.
Oh my
I
gosh. I'll
think
have to
just
watch that. Yeah.
I was I don't if you haven't watched it, I
Cool.
don't want to
I
spoil
haven't.
it, but just like
Okay.
the whole
Yeah.
concept of what happened to this family just completely devastated me.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, do I
Yeah.
want to put myself through that again? Obviously, yes. This isn't a
Yes.
Terrifier situation where I'm only going to do it for the podcast.
Right,
But like
right.
Evil Dead Rise did mess me up for a couple of hours.
Yeah. Okay, well that's good to know. Speaking of movies, have you seen Obsession yet?
I have. Have you seen Obsession?
I'm going it tonight. Do you
Oh my
think this is a
gosh.
good idea to go tonight to see the movie
Yes.
in the
It's
theater? Okay,
so
perfect,
yes.
perfect.
Yes, absolutely. I've
Wonderful.
seen it twice in theaters already. I love
Oh
it.
my God, amazing. Okay, I usually have to ask you because I know that you are our girl in the field and you see all the movies, and I'm like, okay, let me know
Yes.
if it's worth the ticket. So that's
Yes.
perfect.
Go see it.
Excellent. I'm gonna see it at 7:25. So yeah.
Excellent. All right, well then we ought to get
Oh,
to our
let's get to it,
outro
girl.
so you can
Yeah,
go get ready for your movie and I can
perfect.
go get
Wait
ready
for the
to operate a
babies.
bubble machine.
Okay. Thanks for tuning into our episode. We are the Real Horror Show podcast. Our host is Sam Odie, and I'm the co-host Stormy Skies. The podcast was created by Sam Odie and Stormy Skies and is directed, edited, and produced by Sam Odie. You can find Sam on Instagram at Sam is Writing Stuff, and you can find Stormy on Instagram at The Stormy Skies. You can find the Real Horror Show podcast on Spotify, TuneIn, iTunes, Google Play Store, Pandora, and anywhere you like to stream your podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe so you're always in the know when a new episode comes out. Follow us on social media, Facebook included. You can find the Real Horror Show podcast on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We do more than just podcast. We love to write and have plenty of great movie reviews and essays, all of which can be found on our website, realhorrorshow.com. We love hearing from our listeners. You can ask us a question or send us a movie request to review by DMing us on social media, or you can even send us an email at realhorrorshowpodcast@gmail.com. Call for guests. Do you love horror movies? Are you a podcaster, a content creator, a movie lover, or anyone in between who is a listener to our show? We would love to have you as a guest on one of our episodes. Reach out to us via social media, DM, or email us at realhorrorshowpodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast episodes featuring guests are all listed on our website, realhorrorshow.com. We are so thankful for all of our listeners. You are the life force of our podcast and wouldn't really exist without you. Thank you all for making this podcast real and supporting us as we record every week. You can support us in different ways, such as liking and sharing our podcast episodes on social media. Giving us a review will help the podcast more than you know and will help other listeners find it too. You can also donate to Real Horror Show by visiting our support page on our website, where you can make a one-time donation via PayPal, buy us a coffee with the Buy Us a Coffee button, or explore our very interesting Amazon wish list. And any other pertinent news right now?
Not at the moment.
No? Okay, neither. I don't have anything either, other than next week we'll hop back into Midnight Mass. Our outro song is, Midnight Mass, woohoo! Our outro song is called Creepy Doll by Jonathan Colton, and he can be found at jonathancolton.com. Thank you, heck off, and have a swell evening. This is Real Horror Show signing off.
Bye.
Bye-bye.